welcome to the Smith Boys podcast.
Smith Boys podcast.
Brother. Another episode coming along here.
Yep, another episode. This is the pregame of the Michigan State game in Ann Arbor tonight.
Let's dive right into it,
night
brother.
game. It's a night game in Ann Arbor.
Let's dive right into it, brother. We're going right into
rivalry
Michigan.
game. I mean, Michigan. This is vengeance, right? This is a reckoning coming from Michigan State to me. I'm the Michigan guy.
Brother's the Michigan guy.
Correct.
I'm the Alabama guy. Even though we got a bye week this week, got the Will Anderson jersey. I'm a Will Anderson guy.
This is a Michigan pregame. Okay, this ain't the Alabama talk about what jerseys and stuff.
My bad.
So what we're in for tonight, I'm just going to get right to my thoughts on
Tell him, brother.
this. And I think Harbaugh's going to let JJ do a little running around tonight. I think JJ's going to probably throw for over 300 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns. I think he might throw a pick. It might be kind of one of these chintzy glance,
brother.
Glance.
That's bold. Has he done that once yet?
Yeah, he's thrown for over 300 yards a couple times. Or at least once. I know that. He did
fact check that.
I know he did once. But anyways, I think he's going to let JJ do his thing. I just don't see how Michigan State matches up. I mean, I think Michigan has been waiting for this game, brother. They have had this circled on the calendar, and when they got done doing this, the Penn State, now they just said, Michigan State, line up, boys. Line up. Yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah,
think that's how it's
I'm not just saying that as like with bravado or anything.
You are.
I'm true. Maybe. I have always typically been nervous for these types of games. These rivalry games. It's Michigan State. It's one of those games. Throw the records out. Records don't matter. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's true. It's true. But this is the game where I think one of those games in this rivalry. Where there's not been many where you're like, I don't think Michigan State has a chance, brother.
I've been around long enough, the last especially 15 years enough to know that this is a different kind of fight when these two teams get together over the last 15 years.
It's brothers fighting in the backyard.
Yeah, Michigan State has no business winning this game tonight.
0.
But they've had no business winning a lot of these games. What have they won? 12 of the last 14?
10 of the last 14.
10 of the last 14 State has beaten Michigan. And
they shouldn't have won the last 2.
They haven't had any business.
They shouldn't have won in 17, or was it 2011 with the punt. There's trouble with the snap.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts-Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
They shouldn't have won that game. I mean, let's just be honest.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, he has trouble with the snap.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap.
But, I mean, when I look at tonight, though, I think
that was a Harbaugh mistake, though. That game.
Yeah, but the offensive line of Michigan is super stellar. I think they're just strong guys. They can move people around.
They're what I call a hog molly.
Yeah, they're road graders. They're road graders. I think we got Edwards, we got Corum. It's we are set, and I think the offensive line is going to try to come out and control the line of scrimmage, obviously, and I think Harbaugh is probably going to let them do that. But I do think Harbaugh's going to throw a little wrinkle in there. I think he's going to probably maybe even do like a little throwback pass where McCarthy maybe throws it to Johnson and then Johnson throws it back to McCarthy and McCarthy bombs it down the field, or maybe McCarthy's running and Cornelius throws it. It's going to be something
stupid.
Well, it's a rivalry game. I think those types of plays Harbaugh's going to throw a wrinkle in or two.
I disagree.
Like that.
I disagree.
It's typically happened, I think.
I disagree. To me, Harbaugh ain't that type of guy. He ain't that kind of coach.
But I think Harbaugh tonight, this is personal for Harbaugh.
Nah.
Last year was kind of like a revenge, the old revenge tour. Well, last year really was. This is kind of like the second act, and this is the encore. This is the encore version, and I think
don't know.
They have a reckoning coming for Michigan State.
I don't know if last year. I mean, everybody wants to put so much stock into this. This is revenge from last year. Their revenge tour. That's such like a popular thing now.
Yeah, it is.
But the way I see it is, I would would buy into that a little more.
People wouldn't say it though if they didn't think it was like that's what's happening though.
I would buy into that thought process a little more had Michigan not went on to win the rest of their games, beat Ohio State, and make the playoff. Had that game been Michigan State ruining Michigan's season and Michigan State going on to beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten and make the playoff, I'd say, yeah, this is a revenge game. But that game last year ultimately had no effect on Michigan's season the rest of the year. So I don't really see it as like a revenge type thing.
Oh, it's personal. Come on. This is the backyard brawl.
Yeah,
whatever.
I get it.
Come on, this is the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Get out of here with
I
that
get
crap.
it.
This would be like Alabama and Auburn. Like Auburn beating Alabama but having no real impact on Auburn or on Alabama's season. Then you not wanting revenge. Whatever. Hell no. Shut up with that.
Well, they play the last game of the season anyway, so it would have.
That's bogus. That's bogus, and you know it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see. I don't think it's considered too heavy of a revenge game.
Oh, come on. The Michigan players have been talking about it for the last 2 weeks.
Well, then show me something show me something then, because I've been hearing about these damn revenge games now for 10 out of the last 12 seasons, and they ain't won none of them.
Well, tonight's going to be a slaughter. Tonight's going to be a bloodbath.
I'm predicting that too. Michigan State's got no business winning this game.
I was looking at some of the predictions in the Detroit Free Press.
I'm just saying, you never know though.
Well, some guys one guy picked them like 60-17.
No way.
I think that's a bit much.
No way.
Most of it was like in the 40s to the teens, 34-17, 42-17, like 17-19 seemed to be a popular number for Michigan State.
Yeah,
I don't think Michigan State's going to put up that many points.
I can't. I
think Michigan's defense is phenomenal. It's the no-name defense, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to label them. But the front four, the front seven in particular are phenomenal. I mean, they are just so good at getting off of blocks, getting to the ball, creating movement at the line of scrimmage. Like they did that so much and so effectively against Penn State. You watched that game, on the line of scrimmage when Penn State had the ball. Michigan just controlled the line of scrimmage. They moved guys. They went at different attack angles and just opened up so many lanes. And I think that they look good against Penn State. That's what they do. But that's their defense though, right? Like that.
They also haven't
that's
really.
What's going to happen. Michigan State has a horrible offensive line. They have a horrible pass defense.
Should I stop talking?
I'm telling people these are where the teams are.
This is the brother podcast.
These are where the teams are though. I'm the Michigan guy.
Yeah, but it's as an honest, unbiased bystander, I think Michigan really hasn't been tested very well this year. They haven't really played anybody. Penn State's the best team they played, and
we smoked them.
And I don't know if Penn State.
I don't know if Penn State.
Yeah, but we discussed that in the post game last.
Then they weren't done. Then they did a little bit of this.
We discussed that in that post game though. Is that we were talking about Penn State being overrated for that game, and. To me, they haven't really been tested.
Hey, did they play Ohio State pretty tough today? I thought they did until the last 6 minutes of the game, and Ohio State blew the doors off of them.
To me, they haven't really been tested. So, and to me, this really isn't a test either because Michigan State is pretty awful this year.
Yeah,
they got 3 or 4 losses. I mean,
they've really
regressed.
I think if they lose this game,
Peyton Thorne looks like he sucks.
I don't think they can win enough games to be bowl eligible.
And they don't have K9 anymore. They don't have Kenneth Walker anymore.
Oh, he was their whole team.
Gone.
Yeah, he was their whole team. Mel Tucker owes him a whole whatever Mel Tucker's being paid.
Well, Peyton Thorne was pretty good last year for Michigan State. He's been pretty good, but he's been awful this year. He's been terrible, awful. He's wretched. He's terrible. He sucks.
He's terrible. He's wretched. He's awful. He's dreadful. He sucks. I'm telling you, right?
Michigan secondary is quite good. I wouldn't say great. Like I said, I've said in the past pods about the Michigan games this year. Michigan secondary is not great, but it's very good. I think it's really good. It's not even pretty good. It's really good, I think. Good safety play, good corner play. Jamon Green is really good. R.J. Moten.
Give me a
Makari
score.
Page.
Give me a score.
Score, man. I'm thinking. I see us scoring in the 40s. I could see 45-10. I could see 42-17, somewhere in there. Does Michigan cover? It's a 23-point spread.
I don't think so. I think it's closer than a lot of people give credit for. I think this is a game. I don't know what it is, and Brother's going to get pissed off, but I think Michigan State just takes this game
to the extreme
more seriously than Michigan does over the course of the last 15 years. Like, this is the one game it's on Michigan State's schedule, and it's like, that's the one.
Yeah. Doesn't matter about anybody else. I agree. Michigan State, like Ohio State had that.
I wouldn't be surprised
For us,
like
too.
when I say Michigan State has no business winning this game, I wouldn't be surprised if honestly Michigan State somehow ended up winning this game.
What? Oh God.
God?
I've seen Stranger Things.
Last year is a perfect example. They had no business winning
I
last
want
year.
to see Stranger Things on Netflix.
They had no
but-
business. You see Stranger
No,
Things?
I have not seen it yet. No.
You nerd ain't watched Stranger
No.
Things? Oh
No.
my God!
No,
You ain't
I
seen
know.
Stranger Things.
No.
We're about to finish Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
For the first time, we're in
Is
season
True
8.
Detective on Hulu?
True Detective is on Hulu. You can watch
I
it.
told the reader that's the next one I want to watch.
The first season of True Detective, phenomenal.
That's the one I want to watch. I want to watch. that
Second season, you might want to watch it just to watch it. The third season's pretty good too.
All right.
But yeah, if you ain't seen Stranger Things, you gotta watch. Stranger Things is one of the best shows, especially this last season. Is probably could be
Season
the best.
4, right?
Could be the best season they ever made. Season 2 kind of sucked, but the seasons 1, 3, and 4 are excellent.
All right.
Back to Michigan. I see.
Go ahead. Your
I see.
prediction.
I don't think Michigan State really has a chance, but like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if they won this game because that's just the way this game has been for the last 15 years. If they do win, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a game that it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I spent 3 hours watching that because that wasn't football.
I just hope the refs.
They'll be penalty riddled. There'll be a lot of
Yeah.
turnovers. It'll be
I was
just
just
an
gonna
ugly
say.
game.
I hope the refs don't screw this game up. Please don't screw this game up.
I'll go 35-13.
That's not bad.
I would say Michigan, on paper, Michigan should run away with this, and it should probably be over at halftime, and then I can just go home. And we won't have a post-game podcast.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think I could see JJ throwing for 300, 3 or 4 touchdowns, maybe a pick.
I don't see that.
Maybe a pick.
I don't see that.
It just
I see
depends-
Blake Corum running for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns, but I don't see JJ McCarthy throwing for all that. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it this year at all, really. He came in against Hawaii and had a big first quarter against Hawaii when he was playing high
one
school.
game where he played.
But I just haven't seen him really do anything against a opponent of merit to where I can say that I expect him to go off and have a big game. But Blake Corum has done it against everybody. And Blake Corum's a dog. So
It was Indiana game.
Indiana, get the hell out of here.
He threw for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Don't waste my time against
I
Indiana.
will say he is the most efficient.
I could play against Indiana and throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
He has the highest completion percentage, I think, of all college quarterbacks. He's a very accurate thrower, I think, a very effective thrower. My thing is,
He doesn't really go downfield often, though.
I think that's part of the gameplay.
Yeah, that's
But-
Harbaugh. It's this
Yeah, it's
NFL
Harbaugh, but
dink and dunk bullshit.
I think they got to get McCarthy out of the pocket more. Get him on the run, throwing
Yeah,
the
but
football.
brother, we've been saying that for weeks, and they don't do it.
Well, I
So-
think they're waiting for a game like tonight. to do that.
I just think I don't think that. I don't think you wait halfway through the season to break that up.
Harbaugh
I think,
does. Harbaugh did last year.
I
mean,
think
he was
this
very
is just-
conservative all year last year.
I think
Until
Harbaugh-
he didn't have to be.
Harbaugh's the kind of guy that just takes this quarterback and just says, "You're going to play the way I want you to play," and that's how it's going to be.
I don't know, but I could see Michigan running for 300 yards.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I could see Blake Corum running for 180 and
Yeah.
3 touchdowns.
I could see us getting 500 yards. I could see a lot.
and I hope he does because I have
But
Blake
I see
Corum.
500 yards of offense.
I got Blake Corum in fantasy football. He's my starting running back in both my fantasy football leagues. So, and if you ain't looking at Blake Corum for Heisman, you got your eyes closed because Blake Corum is a dog.
Well,
that
it's games like this, though,
is a
that-
Heisman contender right now.
But it's games like this though that really separate.
There's Blake Corum
Heisman.
and there's Hendon Hooker, the quarterback for Tennessee, and then
I think
there's-
he's the favorite.
And then there's kind of just because he's quarterback.
Yeah,
But
and
then-
he beat Alabama.
Yeah, and he beat Alabama and threw for a zillion yards against us.
yeah. They had like 550 yards of offense.
We play Tennessee again. We're going to destroy them. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anything else you want to wrap on? Any predictions? Because we got kickoff
predictions.
coming up here. We got.
I just said I say 45-13, something like that. 45,
Michigan State, right?
17.
State winning.
Yeah. I think they're showing the highlights of the Penn State game. I think you're going to see a shit ton of this stuff.
I do like they showed them coming out of the tunnel there. They got the blue jerseys with the blue
yeah, they look
pants
sharp.
with the orange or the yellows, the maize socks.
Yeah,
I gotta say
the
maize.
maize
Brother
accents.
get mad if I don't call it maize and blue.
It's the maize accents. They look sharp in that uniform.
Yeah, it looks good.
I like it better than the maize pants, to be honest with you. Even though that's much more traditional. they've changed the jersey a little bit throughout the years, but
Little Jumpman Jordan logo.
yeah, I
Whatever.
mean it's all
Bullshit on
kitschy,
there.
but
It's all kitschy.
just to sell jerseys. But yeah, I say 45-17, 45-13.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go 35-13 Michigan. But I won't be surprised if State somehow uglies this game up just enough to somehow win it at the end.
Man, it's going to take a lot. And I think the refs are going to have to really play a factor in the game.
There will probably be no post-game analysis if Michigan State wins this game because brother will not do one.
I would really not want to, but
Hey, I did
for a
one
Spit
at-
Boys podcast.
You got to, you son of a bitch, because I did one after the Tennessee game.
I would really.
I
Not
did
want
one
to,
after the
but
Tennessee
I would have
loss.
to. I'd be obligated.
Asshole.
I'd be obligated to all of our 13 subscribers.
Yeah.
To post.
You don't do it, you eat my ass.
Yeah. So yeah, go blue, baby.
All right, Smith boys, out.